The United Kingdom is currently the sixth largest economy in the world. It is also an island nation consisting of England, Scotland, and the Northern Ireland. The UK's main strategic objectives are maintaining its access to the seas, while making sure that no unified power occurs in Europe. In order to preserve its interests, London has to balance between Europe and the United States. The British were dominating the oceans before the Second World War. However, after it, the British Empire has gradually fragmented and shrinked in power. During the Cold War, they saw themselves as the power balancing between the two superpowers, and with the end of it, the UK's primary objective became preventing France and Germany from creating a unified European superpower, which would naturally challenge the British sovereignty. For example, in response to the establishment of the European Economic Community in 1957, in 1960, the UK has created an alternative, the European Free Trade Association, which included mostly the countries of the North Sea and Switzerland. And even when the UK actually joined the European Economic Community in 1972, they really did it only to be able to influence it from inside and thus prevent creation of a unified European bloc. Because whenever such power occurred in Europe, hence the Romans, Napoleon or Hitler, it has always challenged the British Islands. So there's no reason to assume that such power today wouldn't naturally threaten the British independence. Being an island nation, the United Kingdom has to maintain its access to the seas. In order to do that, the UK has to maintain close ties with the United States, the strongest sea power. In order to maintain those ties, the British support the United States in various military operations around the globe, hence the invasion of Iraq, to which London has committed 20,000 soldiers, or the war in Afghanistan, to which the UK has also committed a relatively large force. Thanks to its ties with the United States, the United Kingdom could leave the European Union earlier this year with a relatively smaller damage, because nearly 20% of the UK's exports go to the United States and 11% of its imports come from the United States. And while still 50% of its trade occurs with the European Union, its economic ties to the America decrease the damage from the BREXIT. To sum it up, the United Kingdom is still a big power with the sixth largest economy in the world, and its economic and strategic objectives force it to balance between the US and EU, to be able to access the seas on the one hand and prevent the European powers from creating some kind of a unified power which could threaten the UK's independence. With all this in mind, the UK also uses its relations with both the United States and the EU in order to maintain its economic independence. You listened to Geography and Economics. If you are interested in more videos of this sort, you could subscribe and press the like button. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.